Hey, good morning everybody. I hope you had a wonderful start to the week. It's about, I think it's 10:30 and you may be wondering where I am at the moment. So since Monday is, I work a late shift, so till 9 o'clock. It's the luxury to be at home at this time of the day. Today I would like to talk a little bit about how do I manage things from clients. So if I take things personally, and how do I manage and deal with things when things are less than perfect. My name is Frank Brewer. I'm the principal at New Path Psychology and a clinical psychologist, and today's topic comes from a question that reached me by the private message system. So, how do I manage not to take things personally, and how do I deal with them? So first of all, that's definitely the aim, not to take anything personally. Of course, I'm a human being and I'm affected by things, say, when people are disrespectful. But still, I'm aiming at dealing with it, professionally and in a way that is helpful to the client. So what comes to my mind are two topics. So one would be sort of not to take on board, say, difficult or sad or somehow traumatizing topics, which can be the case, and it's called that we can suffer from secondary trauma, just by listening to difficult topics. We can be traumatized as well, which sort of comes from maybe own traumas are triggered or memories are triggered, and we have sort of emotional reaction to this. I mean, part of it's totally fine, because as I said, we're human beings, and sort of it's not that I'm gonna switch off my emotions being in therapy. It's the exact opposite, I try to be sort of empty, have no expectations, have a neutral sort of mindset, and then I resonate with what comes from the client. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I try to diffuse when I notice something is affecting me. I try to diffuse. So for instance, I imagine that I'm sitting in a big cocoon, so, and I can decide what gets into the cocoon and what not, so like a semi-permeable membrane, so that's the way I regulate when things come my way. Because it's always important to have some, I wouldn't say objective, but objective in brackets kind of perspective on things, All right. So the second topic I'm thinking of is when clients sort of are disrespectful, when they're sort of somewhat aggressive, when they're critical. I mean, there's always the chance that they're making a good point, so to reflect on those things is important. On the other hand, I try to really respond to it in a therapeutic way, and the my perspective is clients, they create in therapy exactly the problems that they have in the outside world, so it's not a surprise to me when people have certain difficulties, say, with within relationships that they exactly demonstrate those difficulties with me in therapy. So yeah, there could be something, say, disrespectful or devaluing. So, oh yeah, what you're telling me, for instance, I knew that already. These kind of things. So one way of dealing with it would be, so I could say, I know you don't mean to hurt me, but when you say things in this way, I actually feel a little bit hurt. Yeah. So that can be sort of picked up, yeah, when I catch it in sessions. I mean, another way is when people sort of reschedule, yeah, on a regular basis, and they find sort of all sorts of excuses. I'm wondering what's really behind it, yeah, and that can be really helpful when we sort of identify it and bring it back into the communication with the client, and when we're able to resolve it, yeah, that's often a kickstart to a better outcome for the therapy as a whole. Yeah, and the last point I'm thinking of, people sometimes are a little bit disrespectful when it comes to paying cancellation fees. Yeah. So here at New Paths, we are absolute 100% transparent what we expect, and the rules about cancellation. So, for instance, that we need 2 business days notice in order to have no fee, and if it's less, then there will be a fee, because otherwise we are out of pocket. Yeah, I have to pay staff, I have to pay rent, all these kind of things, and we make that transparent, which means it's usually we inform clients over the phone when they make their first appointment. We send out the consent form, which explains the fee, and we discuss actually the procedures in the first session. So there shouldn't be a surprise. But sometimes people just expect sort of, yeah, that they get special conditions, yeah. And to be honest, I don't want to be a referee. I don't want to say this is a valid reason or this is not a valid reason. It's just a business agreement, which means if you don't come, then you have to pay. And at the end of the day, it's only money, but I wanted to have it separate and clearly separate from the therapeutic process. So I tend to, and over the years, clearly to exercise what I would call tough love, in terms of, I don't like to charge people when I don't work for that money. But on the other hand, it's just, we can only see 5 or 6 people a day, and if someone cancels at short notice, I'm out of pocket. So tough love. And yes, I see there are often valid reasons, but 20 years in the business really taught me that that reasons are often given, but they are just excuses, and it would be easy to rearrange stuff and stick to appointments. That's the respect, I think, that really fosters also the therapeutic relationship. Yeah. All right. So I hope I have answered that, or responded to the question, yeah, in a way that is satisfactory. And yeah, definitely to the best of my knowledge. And now it's time for me to get ready, get to the office, and I shall see you tomorrow for day 40 of the 90-day live chat. I'm actually thinking, so I'm more than happy to respond to requests and questions. I'm thinking of talking a little bit about what, so the 5 secrets. Hi Tess, I'm nearly finished, but good to see you anyway. I'm thinking to talk about the 5 secrets of good therapy, and what that is. There are 5 elements that make any therapy sort of effective, no matter if it's CBT, ACT, psychodynamic, Gestalt, you name it. These 5 factors have proven to be effective for different people though, but I would like to talk about that. It could be a little bit technical, but I try to keep it sort of practical. So again, if you have a question, please don't be shy and PM me or pop it into the comments box. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic Monday and rest of the week, and I catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.